They're about to go racing again. It is the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup. Marianus Nicholas on pole. Blue Crew Junior Cup is go. Great start from second place on the grid with Tom Drain on board bike number 59. The ex-dirt tracker has got a great start, but Marianus has swept across the front and will lead them down into turn one for the first time. He's won the 2 races so far this weekend. He's also retaken the lap record after it was momentarily snatched from him in race number 2 this morning. He's now opened up a very handy lead as they make their way up the hill for the first time.
Yeah, he's full of confidence out there at the moment, but I tell you what, this is one class where the racing is close, and just have a look at as the guys go through there in the middle. That was Toby James on the number 27 machine making a bit of a move, but everybody in the pack is very, very close and tight, side by side, each other as they go down the hill.
Well, the bottom of the hill for the first time, and I can't believe the lead, Steve, that Marianus Nicholas has opened up over this field. This is unheard of in Blue Crew Junior Cup racing because they simply just don't usually do that. In fact, in return, Tom Drain has also got a very handy lead over the battle that is now on for third place.
Well, these guys have had a bit of track time around here now, as you said, the third race of the weekend for these youngsters at the moment, and Marianus Nicholas is just in a league of his own at the moment in this class. But I'll tell you what, it won't take long until the other guys can use the slipstream and hopefully catch those 2 guys up front. Tom Drain in second, Cameron Dunker in third position.
And to give you an idea, if you're watching this class for the first time, how close it is, the man that took 3 wins and pole position at the first round to have a 76-point haul over the first round at Phillip Island is back in 13th position. Bike number 58, Lucas Quinn. Just goes to show you, in this class, you blink the wrong way, Steve Martin, you're going to lose a lot of points and a lot of positions.
No, absolutely. But certainly that sort of class where anything can happen. I mean, these bikes are all the same spec. All one of our riders there, that's Cameron Swain, just ran a little bit wide at the top of the circuit there out of the Kawasaki corner.
Now, we've spoken a couple of times this weekend about the performances of young Nate O'Neill on board bike number 65, doing an incredible job in both this class and Supersport 300 as well. He's making his way forward in this pack, and he's now up to 5th position on board bike number 65. There he is. He's now up into 4th position, in fact, Nate O'Neill on board bike number 65. So, been riding motorcycles for many, many years, but he is relatively inexperienced in this class and doing a sensational job. Yeah,
Hayden Nelson just behind him doing a good job as well in 5th position at the moment in the slipstream. The slipstream is very, very important around the circuit, like all of the circuits that these guys compete on, because of the slow speed of these 150cc machines in respect of the superbikes. The straights are a lot longer. The slipstream is really, really important, and it creates close racing like we're looking at now.
Well, Marianus Nicholas has opened that lead now up to 1.8 seconds and has done, obviously, the fastest lap of the race with a 1:15.9. He's the only rider in the 15s at the moment. So doing a sensational job.
He is doing a sensational job, and where he's made that time up, it's not because he's like doing lap record times. He was just able to get down to the race times quicker than the other guys, because his lap time of a 1:15.9, still a second off the lap record.
Cameron Dunker, a big move up the inside at the bottom of the hill there at the YMI corner to take up the running in 2nd position ahead of Tom Drain, who finished 2nd in the championship last year behind Carter Thompson, who we'll see later on in the program racing in the R3 Cup and also the Supersport 300 class. Here comes Drain up the inside, a young rider with international experience already under his belt, having raced in the US, and doing a great job here in the pathway to MotoGP, Steve, the Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup.
Yeah, we're certainly seeing a lot of these guys making their way from this class after a year up to different classes overseas. As you said, it really is a really good feeder class for the youngsters. If you want to know about getting into road racing, or you're wondering how to do it, this is the way to do it.
And also for a very competitive price, all the gear supplied. The motorcycles are all fettled in the same place, so they're all incredibly equal, and everyone gets the Recondi leathers, the AGV helmets, and doing a great job bringing the young riders of tomorrow through Is Motorcycling Australia with this Junior Road Race Academy.
Just saw Angus Grenfell move up a spot into 4th position as well. There he is, the number 36 machine, a name that's been in the class for a couple of years now.
Yep, and a regular front runner at last year. In fact, I think he finished in the top 3 in the championship. I think he may have finished 3rd behind Tom Drain in the overall Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup Championship. and also does a lot of training with Wayne Maxwell, who's one of his mentors as well, young Angus on board bike number 36.
Well, if you're going to have a mentor, Wayne Maxwell's a pretty good one. He's tough. He knows what it takes to win, that's for sure.
So down the inside goes Tom Drain to take back second position. You can see them now giving everything they can on the throttle, and you made the point earlier, Steve Martin, about the bikes are relatively slow compared to the superbikes, and the straight is so much longer. Does that give them time to actually plan a strategy? Because they actually, a superbike on this straight, there's no time to do anything because you're simply at the end of it before it actually starts. But on these ones, you've got a bit of time to think before you take the run up the hill here.
Yeah, you do, but sometimes if you've got too much time to think, you can overthink things. So you've really got to keep the concentration up. Make sure you position your bike right. And sometimes you've got to think 1 or 2 corners ahead to where you're going to do your overtaking manoeuvre, even on these bikes, because they are so evenly matched. But the slipstream, and if you can get a drive up into the slipstream, that's your best opportunity. And up the inside we go there, and a great move by Cameron Dunker down the hill, and he just shows you how a thinking man can do an overtaking move.
Well, but it might have also been a case of, you could see there that Tom Drain knew he was coming. What you mentioned in the previous Superbike race about how Troy Herfoss had shown his cards early, maybe that's exactly what happened to Cameron Dunker there, that Tom Drain knew he was coming. We're about to get the last lap board as these riders come around to complete this lap. Look at this battle here. Angus Grenfell up the inside. He's got the Jack Miller helmet on, and that was a Jack Miller-inspired manoeuvre. Unfortunately, he's run a fraction wide, and he's lost 1, 2, 3 places as they make their way out onto the straight.
As they head down now, side by side, you can see there's not much different in between those two bikes. It's Cameron Dunker on the inside there, and Tom Drain around the outside, but it is Cameron who makes the move there. Cameron Swain behind him too, and Hayden Nelson's moved up into 5th position.
Yeah, Angus Grenfell dropped from 4th place back to 7th in that failed attempt at overtaking on the final corner. Here we go at the top of the hill now at Kawasaki. It is still Tom Drain from Cameron Dunker in the battle for 2nd position. Our race leader, Marianus Nicholas, has a 6+ second lead over the rest of this field. Unheard of in Blue Crew Oceania Junior Cup racing.
Yeah, he is just growing in confidence. But these two guys now come down to the fishhook again. YMI corner, not much to be done there. Get a bit of a drive on the inside there, and he has got the drive. Good work by Cameron Dunker.
Very tight line there. Can he get across the front? No, Tom Drain positions his motorcycle perfectly to take the run down the final straight. Now there's 1 corner left for Cameron Dunker to try and make a move up the inside. Drain's in the middle of the track. It's going to be a slipstream run to the line. Marianus is already around the last corner, and he's making his way down the My Bike Motorcycle Insurance straight to take the checkered flag. His 3rd win of the weekend for Marianus Nicholas, and extends his championship lead. Cameron Dunker and Tom Drain, there's nothing in it as they come to the line. I think Dunker may have just got it over Drain by the smallest possible margin, and in 4th place will be Cameron Swain on board bike number 26 as Marianus Nicholas celebrates race win number 3.
The number 46 wins again. We've heard that for a few many years now, haven't we?
Well, I wonder who his mentor is.
Yeah, I wonder.
So there's Marianus Nicholas, celebrates in style. And he's a great young chap as well, Marianus Nicholas, the way he's able to speak to the media and do a really good job both on and off the motorcycle.
Good job from Cameron Dunker too on his machine there. Good in the championship as well. That puts him in 3rd position in the championship.
So Marianus Nicholas takes the win by 6.1 seconds over Cameron Dunker and Tom Drain, who had that great battle to the line in the end. Only a couple of hundredths of a second between them as they came across the line. Cameron Swain in 4th place, Clay Clegg in 5th, Varys Fleming in 6th place, Hayden Nelson in 7th, Angus Grenfell eventually dropped back to 8th after being so high early on in the race. Nate O'Neill finished in 9th place, and Jay Russo rounded out the top 10. But look at that, Steve, 0.6 of a second from 4th place all the way through to 10th.
Yeah, that was incredible. Levi Russo in 11th. Glenn Nelson took 12th position. Henry Snell in 13th. Lucas Quinn, the championship leader coming into this round, struggling this time out. Lincoln Knight in 15th. Brody Goeth in 16th. Toby James 17th. James Weaver in 18th and 19th. And rounding out the field was Casey Middleton.
Have a short break here from Wakefield Park and back with more action from the 2nd round of the 2020 My Bike Motorcycle Insurance Australian Superbike Championships presented by Motul.